Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into something truly special, the 2025 Rolls-Royce Phantom. And let me tell you, this isn't just any car. This is the pinnacle of automotive luxury, the flagship of the Rolls-Royce lineup, and a machine that continues to set the standard for what ultra-luxury really means. So the 2025 Phantom carries over into this year without any massive overhauls. But honestly, when you're already at the top, what more do you need to change? That said, Rolls-Royce did introduce something pretty incredible at the 2024 Pebble Beach Concours, the Phantom Scintilla Special Edition. Only 10 of these will ever be built, and just 3 are coming to the United States. And guess what? They're all already sold. This special edition features a stunning ceramic two-tone paint job in Andalusian white and Thracian blue, and even the iconic Spirit of Ecstasy hood ornament gets a ceramic white finish. Inside, you'll find milled aluminum artwork on the dashboard and tweed fabric upholstery with intricate embroidery. It's basically a rolling piece of art. Now let's talk about what makes the Phantom so special to begin with. This car has been the choice of royalty, world leaders, and cultural icons for over a century. We're talking about a vehicle with a lineage that goes all the way back to 1925. The current generation, which debuted in 2017, is the 8th generation of the Phantom, and it's the second one launched under BMW ownership. But don't let that fool you, this is pure Rolls-Royce through and through. Let's start with the design, because when you see a Phantom, you know what you're looking at. It's got that classic Rolls-Royce silhouette with a short front overhang, an incredibly long hood, and that setback passenger compartment that just screams elegance. And of course, there are those iconic rear-opening coach doors that make every entrance and exit feel like a red carpet moment. The front end is dominated by the legendary Parthenon grille, which for the first time on the Phantom is actually integrated into the surrounding bodywork. It's a subtle change, but it gives the whole front end a more cohesive, modern look while still maintaining that timeless Rolls-Royce presence. The Phantom comes in 2 wheelbase lengths. There's the standard wheelbase, which is actually the shortest Phantom since 1939, not that it feels small by any stretch. And then there's the extended wheelbase version, which adds 8.6 inches. Most of that extra length goes to the rear passenger compartment, giving you limousine-like legroom back there. And honestly, if you're buying a Phantom, the extended wheelbase is the way to go, because the rear seat is where this car truly shines. Under the hood, you'll find one of the last of its kind, a 6.75-liter twin-turbocharged V12 engine. This masterpiece produces 563 horsepower and a massive 664 pound-feet of torque. Now, Rolls-Royce claims the Phantom can hit 60 miles per hour in about 5.1 seconds, which is pretty impressive for a car of this size and weight. But here's the thing. You're never going to drive a Phantom like that. This isn't a car you thrash around corners or launch off the line. This is about effortless power, smooth acceleration, and what Rolls-Royce calls waftability. That sensation of gliding rather than driving. The V12 is paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission, and power goes to the rear wheels. The transmission actually uses satellite-aided technology, which means it uses GPS data to anticipate the road ahead and select the optimal gear for changing terrain. It's these kinds of details that set the Phantom apart. Every input is smooth, every acceleration is seamless, and the whole experience is designed to make you feel like you're floating on air. Speaking of floating on air, let's talk about the ride quality, because this is where the Phantom really separates itself from everything else on the road. The suspension system is nothing short of revolutionary. It features adaptive air suspension with automatic ride control, and here's the really clever bit. There's a forward-facing camera mounted on the car that constantly scans the road ahead. This camera spots potholes, bumps, and imperfections, and then pre-configures the spring and damper rates as well as the anti-roll bars to compensate before you even reach them. Rolls-Royce calls this system the flag bearer, and it works at speeds up to 62 miles per hour. The result is a ride that journalists have described as utterly exceptional, freakishly quiet, and truly magical. You're not just insulated from the road, you're completely disconnected from it in the best possible way. And when we talk about quiet, we mean quiet. The Phantom's cabin has over 130 kilograms of soundproofing. That's nearly 300 pounds of acoustic insulation, including double-pane windows and special materials throughout the structure. People have compared the interior to a recording studio in terms of how silent it is. You could be cruising at highway speeds and your passengers in the back could be having a conversation in normal speaking voices without any road noise whatsoever. Now let's step inside, because the interior is where the Phantom truly lives up to its reputation. The moment you open those coach doors, you're greeted with what can only be described as automotive artistry. We're talking acres of hand-stitched leather, rare open-pore wood veneers, and metal accents everywhere. Every single stitch is aligned to within 0.1 millimeters. That's the level of precision we're dealing with here. The front of the cabin features what Rolls-Royce calls the gallery, RE, full-width glass panel that stretches across the dashboard. Behind this glass, you can have custom artwork commissioned specifically for your car. You could have a painted scene, a sculptural piece, even embroidered designs. It's completely up to you. The standard infotainment display is hidden behind this glass panel when not in use, maintaining the elegant, uncluttered aesthetic. When you need it, the 12.3-inch high-resolution display slides into view, managing navigation, media, and vehicle settings. The audio system is something special too, a 1300-watt bespoke audio system with 18 precisely positioned speakers that deliver what Rolls-Royce describes as a concert-level listening experience. Every speaker is tuned specifically for the acoustics of the Phantom's cabin, creating an immersive soundscape that makes your favorite music sound better than you've ever heard it before. Yeah, the real magic happens in the rear seats, especially in the extended wheelbase model. Back there, you've got power-adjustable seats with massage functions, heating for both the seats and the footrests, and even a refrigerated console compartment for keeping your beverages perfectly chilled. There's deep pile carpeting underfoot, and rear passengers get their own touchscreens. Dual 10.25-inch displays that motor down from the front seat backs. These screens give you control over the audio and navigation systems, and you can even watch live TV if you want. The rear passenger compartment can be optioned with a privacy partition, creating what Rolls-Royce calls the privacy suite, essentially turning the back seat into your own personal sanctuary. Through the Bespoke program, customers can choose from over 44,000 different interior color combinations. Yes, you heard that right, 44,000. You can select rare materials, one-of-a-kind inlays, custom embroidery, hand-painted coach lines on the exterior, even the color of the umbrellas that are built into the doors. The level of customization is essentially limitless. This isn't a car you buy off a dealer lot. Each Phantom is built to the exact specifications of its owner, down to the last detail. So what's all this luxury going to cost you? Well, the 2025 Phantom starts at around $517 to $750 for the standard wheelbase model. If you want the extended wheelbase version with all that extra rear legroom, you're looking at closer to $550,000 as a starting point. But here's the thing, nobody buys a base Phantom. Once you start adding bespoke features, custom paint, unique interior materials, special artwork for the gallery, and all those personalized touches, you can easily push the final price tag well beyond $700,000. Some fully customized examples have reportedly exceeded $1 million. But for the people who buy these cars, price isn't really a consideration. This is about owning something truly unique, a piece of automotive art that's built specifically for you. How does the 2025 Phantom compare to past models? Well, this 8th generation car is significantly more advanced than its predecessor, the Phantom 7, which was produced from 2003 to 2017. The current model features what BMW describes as the largest electronic architecture they've ever produced. It's packed with assistance systems, though I should mention that even with all this technology, the Phantom isn't trying to be a tech showcase. The technology is there to enhance the experience, not to dominate it. Everything from the lane-keeping assist to the adaptive cruise control is designed to be seamless and unobtrusive. One thing that hasn't changed is the philosophy. Like every Phantom before it, the 2025 model is designed primarily for being driven in, not for driving yourself. Yes, it's an absolute pleasure to pilot, but the rear seat is where you truly experience what makes this car special. It's where you appreciate that vault-like quiet, that impossibly smooth ride, and all that bespoke craftsmanship surrounding you. Now, in terms of competitors, there really aren't many cars that can go toe-to-toe with the Phantom. The Bentley Flying Spur is probably the closest rival, and it's excellent in its own right. The 2025 Flying Spur actually comes with a plug-in hybrid powertrain now instead of a V12, and it's significantly more affordable. The Mercedes-Maybach S-Class is another option, loaded with technology and luxury. though it looks quite similar to a regular S-Class. And if you're considering other Rolls-Royce models, there's the Ghost Sedan, which is less expensive and slightly smaller, and the Cullinan SUV if you need that extra versatility. But honestly, nothing quite matches the Phantom's combination of presence, craftsmanship, and that intangible wow factor that comes with opening those coach doors. One thing worth mentioning: fuel economy. With that massive V12 and all that weight, the Phantom isn't winning any efficiency awards. The EPA rates it at 12 miles per gallon in the city and 18 on the highway. But let's be real. If you're concerned about fuel costs, the Phantom probably isn't the car for you anyway. This is a vehicle where the 23.8-gallon fuel tank is more about convenience than economy. The 2025 Phantom also maintains Rolls-Royce's reputation for reliability and build quality. These cars are hand-built at the company's facility in Goodwood, England, with incredible attention to detail at every step. Rolls-Royce offers comprehensive service programs to keep everything running perfectly. Because when you're spending this kind of money, you expect everything to work flawlessly all the time. Looking at the bigger picture, the Phantom represents something important in today's automotive landscape. It's one of the last bastions of the naturally aspirated V12 engine, in a world that's rapidly electrifying. Rolls-Royce has already launched the Spectre, their first all-electric vehicle, and it's only a matter of time before electrification touches more of the lineup. But for now, the Phantom stands as a reminder of what internal combustion can achieve when cost is no object and perfection is the only acceptable outcome. So there you have it, the 2025 Rolls-Royce Phantom. It's a car that doesn't need to shout about its credentials because its presence speaks for itself. It's the automotive equivalent of a bespoke suit from Savile Row, a Swiss timepiece, or a piece of fine art. Its craftsmanship elevated to its highest form, wrapped in timeless design and powered by one of the world's finest engines. For those who can afford it, the Phantom isn't just transportation, it's a statement, a sanctuary, and a masterpiece all rolled into one. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Phantom, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more luxury car content. Drop a comment below and let me know. If money were no object, would you go for the Phantom or would you choose something else? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.